So for now, we have only Pratyush. Pratyush, are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am, but I have two presentations scheduled today.
Okay, no problem. You can start.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, please tell me if my screen is visible or not.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. My voice is clear also?
Yeah. You can go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So, one second. So, good evening, everyone present here. I am delighted to stand before you today to introduce an innovative and a very, what I say that, a very transformative project, which is Wellness Synergy. It is basically a fitness app, fitness website to manage your daily health care. This all-inclusive online platform represents a significant leap forward in the world of holistic well-being. So let's move forward with the agenda of today's presentation. So first we will start with the introduction part. Then we will discuss about the project overview and the scope of the project. And then we will discuss about the technologies used, the architecture and design. And after that, I will tell you some glimpse about the project timeline. And then I will give a short demonstration of a real fitness website, that how a fitness website actually looks and works. And lastly, we will arrive at the conclusion. Okay. So let's begin with a brief introduction of wellness synergy. But before that, let's understand what is health actually. So what is health? What thing comes into your mind when you hear the word health? So health is a state of physical, mental, social, or emotional well-being in which an individual is free from any kind of illness, injury, or any other condition that impairs their ability to function normally. It encompasses not only the absence of disease or infirmity, but also the presence of positivity and also a good mental well-being. For example, if a person is well-being mentally or emotionally, then he will always speak positively, always have positive thoughts, etc. So health is the thing that is most ignored nowadays. People always ignore their health, although it holds a very important part in today's life, but people always ignore it. But why do they ignore it? Why might some individuals do not care about their health? So first thing is that lack of awareness. Many individuals are not aware of their health. They don't have access to good medical facilities, and other thing might be that busy lifestyle. Nowadays, lifestyle has become very busy and stressful. So in this kind of environment, it is very difficult to actually take some time out and care about our health actually. So and the last thing can be, and there can be many things due to which people ignore their health. But one thing that can be procrastination. For example, any individual who wants to work on his health will also ignore it. They have a habit of ignoring due to laziness or shyness or any other reason. That might be the that. So in these tough times, wellness synergy is a beacon of hope. It's more than just a platform. It's a commitment to empower individuals on their path to holistic wellness. So, at its core, Wellness Synergy is a comprehensive online platform that puts the individual's well-being at the forefront. It focuses on the physical, mental, and emotional health, and it also helps us to recognize that true wellness requires a harmonious balance in our life. So, with Wellness Synergy, we can have access to personalized fitness routines, nutritional guidance, mental wellness practices, and many more things customized to goals of an individual. So, let's dive into the project scope. The website basically caters to a diverse type of audience. and it is used to serve audience ranging from working professionals or individuals or students or old age people or anyone. Basically, it covers most type of audience, so we can safely say that it works for a diverse kind of audience. Okay, so let's discuss about the technologies used. So for the front end, we are using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. So currently, at this stage of the project, where only the user registration page is made ready, we have not used React.js till now, but we will use it in future developments. So for backend, we will be using Node.js, although Node.js is not much, not as good as Django, but for starting, we are using it. If the project, if it arises more complexity in the project, then we will be using Django. So for database, we will strictly stick to the MongoDB because every user have different kinds of profiles. Everyone will have different kind of database. So we will be using MongoDB. So it is more versatile than MySQL because of its not non predefined schema. And for APIs, we will be using RESTful APIs to send and receive data. And for the deployment, which is the hosting part, we will be using Amazon Web Services, which is the web services provided, which is the cloud service provided by Amazon. So let's discuss about the architecture and design. So the front end part uses HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the user interface. So it's a single page. It's a single page application. So to build a single page application, we need to use React.js, which I have not used currently, but we will use it when in the further developments. And the databases will be used to collect user data. If a user logins into the website, the database will be connected. Sorry, when the users log in into the website, the users data will be collected in that and stored in that database securely. All the other things like expert knowledge, nutritional guidance will be fetched through the APIs, and these things are currently being controlled by the backend. Also, there will be a fitness tracker to help users track their progress. So let's get ready for some demonstration of a real fitness website, that how a fitness website actually looks like. Also, 1 minute. So 1 second, give me a second. Okay, so this is myfitnesspal.com. It is a fitness website where just like the one we are developing, you can see that this is the front end design of the website. This is a basically review section, and these are the different kinds of diet and recipes for the users. And here it is the login page, or you can also sign up from here. Just a second. You can sign up from here. So this is a fitness website. So for signing up, you will need to enter your first name, your second name, your email ID, and pass. You have to create a password. So basically, you have to make an account there. So you can see that this is a very good website, and anyone who is concerned about his health, his or her health, will be motivated to join this kind of websites. So this is the this is the simple layout of a fitness website. So this is the simple demonstration of a fitness website. Now back to the presentation. So 1 second. Okay. So let's discuss about the timeline which will be in which will be developing the project. So starting in the starting, we will be developing the front end part. The front end part will be developed using HTML and CSS. Also, we'll be using React.js to develop the front end functionalities and for developing user interface. So front end part should always be developed first. Then we will work with the backend infrastructure using any kind of technology. I am using Node.js, but as the project becomes more complicated, then we will be using Django. Then we will have to integrate both the front end and the back end part, which is done by the APIs, by the help of APIs. After that, the these three things are done, then the testing phase comes into play, where we'll be identifying any kind of glitches. And lastly, we will be deploying the application so that users can use it. We will be using AWS or any other server. You are free to use any server, but we will be personally using AWS because it's user friendly. Okay, so let's discuss about the functional requirements. So wellness energies functional requirements are designed to provide a comprehensive wellness experience. So the first is the user registration. So we have a seamless onboarding process to create a personalized wellness journey. Users will be able to create an account with their unique usernames and password. Their data will be collected and stored securely in the database, and they will have the ability to edit and update their profiles according to their fitness scores, as they might need it. Then we will have some assessment tools, which are the personalized wellness plans and assessments to understand individual needs. Then we will have personalized wellness plans, which are the plans like nutrition guidance, fitness course, gym routines. These information will be provided by the experts, and all these information will be provided to the users by the help of APIs. And user will be able to access and follow these plans. So next is the progress tracking. As I mentioned earlier, we will be having a fitness tracker also. So if any user who is enrolled in any kind of fitness course or any other nutrition guidance or diet plan will be able to track their progress over time. And users will be able to visualize their progress through charts or reports. And lastly, the data security and privacy. It is the most important part. The data security and privacy of the user is very crucial, and thus we will implement robust security measures to protect the user information from any kind of phishing attacks. So lastly, let's discuss about the key features and the benefits. So personalized wellness and tailored plans have been made to fit individual goals and lifestyles. Apart from this, we have a supportive community, which is a like-minded community for encouragement and motivation. And then we have expert guidance. Any kind of diet plan or nutrition guidance or any fitness course will be guided by experts. And we have also a responsive design, so users can access this website from either from their mobile phones or computer system or any other thing. And for the benefits, users will be able to empower themselves for and achieve optimal health. And also, the security and privacy of user data is kept at top priority, so users can preferably trust us, and we will be entitled to deliver a seamless experience across various devices. So to conclude, wellness energy is more than just a platform. It's a holistic wellness revolution. It brings together the power of cutting edge technology and expert guidance to create a unique and personalized wellness program for each individual. So, with wellness energy, we can empower individuals to take control of their well being, fostering a healthier and happier world. So, now I welcome all of you to the Q&A section. So, if any one of you have any queries, you are feel free to ask me. If anyone has any queries. So, I don't think that anyone has any kind of queries. So, thank you everyone for listening to me, for your attention, and I look forward to discuss wellness energy plans further with you. If you have any further queries, you can contact me on my LinkedIn or on my Gmail ID, which I have provided here. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so are you done with your presentation or you are going to start your next presentation as well?
I am done with this presentation.
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead with your next presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Just give me a second, ma'am, to start.
Yeah, sure.
So, good evening, everyone. Uh, everyone present here, all the fitness enthusiasts present here. I am Pratyush Kumar, and today I am going to present in front of you a simple feature which we have developed for this website, which is the user registration and the profile page feature. So before moving forward, let me tell you the agenda for today for this presentation. So we will start with the introduction, objectives, and goals of the project, and then we will be discussing about importance of a fitness website. Then we will mention about the technologies used, and after that we will discuss about the front end design and the user registration, which was the main theme of this project, of this task basically. And then we will discuss about some challenges which have occurred, which we have to face, any developer faces during the development part of the project. And then we will discuss about some conclusion and some key takeaways which you can take from here. And lastly we will arriving at the Q&A session. So let's start with the introduction. So as I mentioned earlier, uh, any website is good or best only if we have a good user experience. If we can provide a good user experience to the users, then the website is termed as a good or a best or good top kind of website basically. So the main purpose of user registration and profiles is that users have a personalized experience, and they have their own kind of fitness course, and different kind of what do you mean by different kind of wellness programs attached to their according to their needs. So importance of a user registration page in a fitness website is it is essential for tracking the progress of fitness, and the overall mission of the website is to empower individuals to achieve holistic well-being. So so the deliverables of today's project was that we have to make a basic front-end design of the website. We have to complete and test the user registration page with both the client side and server side validation. After that, we will have to provide a documentation on how the registration and profile features work. And the documentation should also contain the full description of the website, what it is going to do, all the key features, all the benefits, and many other things, all the things related to the website. So let's discuss about the project objectives and goals. So our primary mission in creating Wellness Energy was to provide fitness enthusiasts with a seamless user registration process that prioritizes data security and privacy. Additionally, we have also aimed to design an intuitive and visually appealing user profile page, empowering users to manage their personal information, track their fitness progress, and engage with a vibrant community of like-minded individuals. So, what is the basic importance of a fitness website? So, you might be wondering that why these websites are needed. So, in an era where health and wellness take center stage, a fitness website like Wellness Energy or any other website serves as a digital hub for individuals looking to lead a healthier life. It offers resources, support, and a sense of belonging, and promoting well-being like never before. So basically, the importance of a website, of a fitness website, is that users can work on their health, improve their health, and lead a better life. Because as we have all heard the famous quote that a sound mind in a sound body. So if a person is very healthy, he will be better focused on his work and can be more productive. So health is necessary, although we ignore it, but health is still very necessary. So as I mentioned earlier, the technologies used are for front end are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and for the back end we have used Node.js. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment. It enables to use JavaScript outside the browser. And for the database, we will be using MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database. So this is the basic front end design of the website. It is looking like that because I have zoomed out the website, and I have taken the screenshot. So let me first show you the front end of the website. One second. This is the demonstration part actually. So this is basically the folder structure of my website. So let's first look at the front end part. And the front end is the home page itself, which is index.html. This is the total code snippet which we have written. You can see that writing the whole code in HTML and CSS is very lengthy process. So for that reason, we will be using converting that entire code snippet into React.js project, and we will be breaking down this HTML code into small components, which will help to reduce the code and will also prevent us from using the whole code many times. For example, when we will convert this into a React.js project, we will not have to use all the components too many times. If we will have to declare one component and we can use that many times. So this is basically the HTML. And just a second, this is the CSS part. There are two pages for the CSS part. One is for the main home page and other is for the registration page. So let's look at the front end part. So basically this is just a second. So basically this is the front end part of the website. You can see that this is the header section and this is the join now button, and this is the get started option. You can register from here. And this is the blog page, which is the about us page. And and this is the classes section. Uh, in the classes and the fitness courses will be provided here by experts. And this is the blog page. Just a second. Users can write their own blogs or read their blogs to improve their well-being. And lastly, this is the footer section or the contact section. Here we can contact. These numbers are generated randomly. So this is basically the front-end design made by HTML, CSS, and some kind of JavaScript. So this was the first part of the project. Now let's look at the registration part. So for the registration part, we will have to click here, and we will have to log in here. But first we will have to see the database, that how the user's data is stored in a database. Just give me a second. So this is the MongoDB database, which is connected to this registration form. So we have to enter in this toggle feature is created by JavaScript. You can look at this. It is looking good. So we have to create to enter first a username first. So let's enter this, and we will have to enter our email ID. So we will have to create a password also. Password should be more than eight. Password should contain more than 8 characters. Okay, so sign. Oh, why it is not working? So why it is not working? So .js is connected. Now it should work. Sorry. We will enter the username again. And lastly, we will have to confirm the password which we have entered here. It's still not working. What is the issue?
Try to refresh that web page after you have changed the signal. You have saved the changes. Once refresh it and then try again. That will
It's not working actually. Don't
not
know why. What is the reason? But I will fix it, ma'am.
okay, no
I will
problem.
fix it sooner. But there is small glitch due to this which is not working. I just want to give you a glimpse that when the users will log in the website, instead of join now, there will come a log out button. So this was the basic registration form. Due to some problems, it is not working, but we'll be working on that. I will fix it. Lastly, we will have to show the documentation part. So documentation is second. Where is the documentation? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is the basically the documentation which I have prepared. So it contains all the information related to the project. From the introduction part to the scope, the system requirements, architecture and design, key features, benefits, everything it contains basically. So you can see that in the documentation I have discussed everything in very great detail. So if users if any person goes through this documentation, they will be able to create or work on this kind of a website. And I have discussed all the technicalities and different things. So this is the basically I had designed a simple working design of a healthcare website, that how a healthcare website works actually. So this is the complete documentation. I have used MongoDB database as mentioned here, and these are the functional requirements, which is user registration and profile management. I'm sorry, due to some problem, this user registration and profile is not working, but I will fix it. And this was the documentation part. So back to the presentation. So, so there were many kind of challenges which was faced by me during the development. So first challenge any kind of developer faces is that the data security. Mm, as I have mentioned earlier, that keeping the user's data secure is a top priority subject, and we have to implement strict security measures and authentications to protect the user data. We have to store the data in an encrypted form. Also, we have to ensure the privacy of the users. So these two things are a very challenging part. We have to protect the user data and grant them a good kind of privacy. The next problem faced by a developer is the front end design. As mentioned, as you have seen the code of the HTML and CSS, the codes are actually very lengthy. So the front end design takes a lot of time. You have to write the whole HTML code and the whole of the CSS. The CSS in CSS, the properties interact. So if you make a slight change in the CSS code, all the other elements start changing their places. So the front end design is also quite tedious. Also, although some designing tools like Figma and Locofy have arrived to um, reduce the burden of the code, but still, front end design is one of the major challenges that a developer faces in the development part. And Other problems challenges faced are the integration of features. You have created the suppose you have created the front end, you have created the back end, but then you need to integrate them using APIs. These are also some of the challenges, because not always the APIs are available or work properly. Apart from this, another challenge is developing a website which can work on any kind of platform, any kind of browser. And the last thing is that user onboarding. Although user onboarding is not a very difficult task, users can register anytime they want. But the main problem arises when a large amount of users are trying to log in into the website in the same time. It creates a very big problem. The website start to glitch and hang itself. So, having discussed all these are the some references which I have used. These are the YouTube channels from which we have seen the tutorials to create this. The free code camp and code with Harry. These guys are very knowledgeable. You can also follow them for your other projects. Another website are github.com and Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks, Geeks for Geeks is a kind of tutorial website, and github.com provides the code snippets. You can take some code from there also. So to conclude, Wellness Synergy is not just a fitness website. It's a commitment to the well-being of the users. We have strived to create a platform that empowers individuals to lead a healthier life, and we are excited to share it with the world. As we move forward, we will encourage you to explore our website and experience the power and fitness of having a good kind of health. So this was the basic mission of our website. So if you have any queries, you can ask me. You are free to ask. So I don't think anyone has any queries. So you can contact me on my email ID. So thank you for your attention. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so are you done with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if I talk about your presentation, it was good, and the
Yes,
organization of
ma'am.
your content, that was quite fine. But when we comes to demonstration part, so it didn't work. So try to
Okay.
sort it out. And when you
Yes,
give
ma'am.
your next presentation, then first sort this part.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because
Yes, ma'am.
as your presentation, second presentation is the named only user registration and profile page, so it's most important. Okay, na,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
a crucial part and it didn't work. And
And
while you work on it, so try to maintain the nuances and other things as well, like
yes,
the
ma'am.
session and all thing. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. So,
so
ma'am,
this
I'm
is,
working on it. Due to
yeah, yeah,
some
sure.
glitch, it is not working.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
ma'am.
sure, sure. So when you, but try to, when you give your next presentation, then
Yes, ma'am.
surely show this part, because otherwise it will not be considered enough. Because demonstrate without the conclusion of the demonstration, your presentation cannot be completed as okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is all from my side. Do you have any questions?
Should I include more details into some parts? Like in this slide, we have only discussed about the. I have written one word answer to this. I should provide more details, or
No,
it
no,
is
it's
good?
quite fine. Just key points and then explain it in your own way. That is enough. You don't need to require to add any further contents.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay, okay. Right. I will provide your scores and feedback on your email.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we have Ayush. You can start your presentation.
Actually, ma'am, I'm here only to see the presentations. There is no any presentation of mine today.
Okay, okay. Then, any question do you want to ask, or
No, ma'am.
anything else? Okay, okay. So you can both you can. Uh, since we don't have any more interns, so we will wait for 2 or 3 minutes more, and then we will wrap up our session. Since we don't have any more interns joined till now, so we wrap up our session. Thank you so much, everyone.